So this is a review of J35XS. If you are considering buying it, or you're kind of on the edge about it and you want to know, is this plane worth it? So here's what my chat and I are gonna review it on. We're gonna review this plane based on speed, maneuverability, firepower, energy retention, acceleration, and looks. So those are the categories we're gonna go with. The first one we're gonna do is speed. So I'm gonna drop down a poll for my chat. They will vote on it, and at the same time I'll vote on it, and we'll give it a rating from 1 through 5. 5 being like the top, way up there with the big dogs, or 1, I got 0 if you think it's absolute dog shit. So here's the review of the J35. I'm gonna start a quick poll. You guys vote in there. It's gonna only last a minute. Duration 1 minute. All right, chat. You guys have 1 minute to decide on where on that scale 1 through 5 you'd rate J35 at. Go. For me, I personally played this plane, played it many times. I love it. When it comes to speed, it's okay. I'd rate it around 3 personally. It's not the best. It's not the worst. That's the beauty about it. It has decent acceleration, but let's see what the chat decides. They have 30 more seconds to kind of rate it. I put it at 3. This plane is a solid 3. It's not like it's right there between F104 and I'd say and something along the lines of the F100 or so. Or yeah, it's not too crazy. It's definitely a 3 on my scale. Speed 2250. Damn, that's it's definitely not a speed demon. I felt a lot faster in other planes. So I'll rate it. I'd say I'll be a tiebreaker. We'll put it at 4. Out of 5, I'll give it 4. Alright. Next poll. So the next thing we're going to rate it on is maneuverability. So same thing, fellas. Maneuverability. 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. Alright. 5 being the best. 1 being the worst. And there you go, fellas. You guys got 1 minute to rate it. So for maneuverability, I'll rate this 5. It is a wizard. It's a wizard, man. It is absolute. It feels good. It has good energy retention when it's flying. I've many times have won dogfights, so many times. It has good maneuverability. It might be a little too much in some cases. So for maneuverability, I'll give this a 5. I think it's one to having researched Russia and Sweden and going for France. I'll give this plane a 5. It's one of the best maneuverable planes out there. So for speed, we'll go with what did I say? 3, 4. Maneuverability gonna be 5. Yeah, 5. So chat's also decided 5. Yep, that's definitely a beast of a plane. All right, the next thing we're going for is firepower. So firepower. All right, firepower. You guys got 1 minute to decide. Let's take a look at what it's got. So here's the firepower for this. I'll give it 4. If I can't give it 5 because these are not all aspect, but it's definitely a solid 4. Solid 4, possibly 5. These are 20 Gs rear aspect missiles, and they're fast. They're insane. They're really good, especially if you get down tier. The absolute destruction. So for firepower, if you're looking to throw missiles, I wouldn't rely on its guns because you don't have tracers. 4. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 4 because the gun is side mounted right here. So whenever you're firing, it's never, there's a specific way to aim it. You have to dial it in really to get good at. But I'll give it 4 just for that reason. But the missiles are amazing. So if you're good at aiming, there 4. Yeah, there you go. Perfect, man. Nice, nice. All right. So the next attribute we are gonna review it on is energy retention. How's the energy retention for it? I'm gonna start a new poll, and it's gonna be same thing. All right, chat. 1 minute to describe its energy retention. Basically, energy retention is if you're new to this game, when your optimal speed, let's say Mach 1 is usually a solid operating speed. I could be wrong, man, but but that's kind of what I shoot for, around Mach 1. How fast do you go to, like, you lose half of your speed in a turn? I'll give this I'll give it a 3. It's not too gravy. It's definitely a solid 3. If it turns so tightly that it's kind of easy to lose your energy, and it depends who's squaring off of. The energy retention might be important. So I'll give it a solid 3 on that. Can be better. It's really hard to accelerate after you lose it too. I think that's with every plane, but this one specifically feels a little bouncy. So if you're looking at getting dogfights, I wouldn't call this a I wouldn't say it's a crazy dogfighting plane, because you're gonna slow down and it stalls too. I believe you can stall. Anyways, 1. Damn, energy retention 1, and I said 3. So I'd say let's go with 2. So, alright, well, that's, there you have it, energy retention, man. Alright, the next thing is acceleration. How good the acceleration is. Again, this is a 1 through 5, 5 being its top-notch acceleration, 1 being its terrible acceleration. I only have 5 entries, so I was going to say I wanted to add a 0, but I can't. Here's my opinion on acceleration for this plane. It's a 3. But it's really not a big deal for it. You have 6 RB24s. I don't think acceleration is a big deal, yo. Acceleration, I've noticed acceleration is I mean, yeah, you kind of got to get away with the acceleration, but it's good for bombers, especially if you're trying to bomb and get to the base first. That's great. That's where you want to have acceleration. MiG-21 definitely beats it in that department. So I'd say it's a 3, possibly a 2. It's not that crazy. Joker says, could never really reach top speed IRL before. It would need a refuel. Really? Its fuel consumption is not bad. Oh, there you go. So chat decided it's a 3. It's a 3 for me too. It's all right, man. If you're looking to go fast and get off the runway like an AV8, that ain't happening. For acceleration department, you're just chilling. Right. So, and what is our next one? Looks. This is the most like subjective one. The one you can probably have. I've fallen in love with it. It looks really good. I'm gonna give it a 5. Because there's a couple planes that look really unique, and if you're looking for uniqueness, this is it. There's very select few Doritos that look like this, and I'd give it 5. It's sleek. It just looks good, man. When you see it, it's very distinctive, and that's what I love about it. I mean, same as MiG-21. Like, you see a body of MiG-21, you know MiG-21 goes same for this. So for looks, I'll give it a 5. I mean, that's the big reason I chose it. It just looks really good. So let's see what the chat decides. Never liked the look of it. It's a little clunky, but it looks. It's like what would I equate it to? It's a 5 for me, man. I'm gonna say it's a 5. It looks great. Wow. Okay, so we have a split 2, 3, and 4. 3. No, how about 4? We'll do 4. It's a good plane. It's a good looking plane. All right, man. That wraps it up for that. So. As the final point, is this plane worth $70? No. Should you catch a sale and get it? Yes. That's the way. That's what we have it rated for, man. Appreciate chat's help. You guys are awesome. And till next time, we'll review another plane. And meanwhile, if you have any questions, concerns, drop them in a comment or stop by the stream. Peace out, Brusky.